Hello, it's Randy Duck and welcome back for another video. This time I have two replays for you in the Tier 8 Premium Polish tank, the CS-52 Lis, which is the medium tank which they are giving away in the current season pass. So before I get to those two replays, I've got a big announcement. And I finally reached 1,000 subs with the help of a few other CCs sharing my content to just get me over the line. We finally got there, so I'm really happy. I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who's followed me and supported me to get me this far. Honestly, your support's been amazing. It's been really good, and it's kept me going along the way. So I can't thank you enough. But what I will do is, in light of reaching my 1,000 subs, I'm going to do sort of like a bundle giveaway. And I'm going to be giving away the Tier 8 Barracuda, the Tier 6 M481 FL10, 1 million silver, 10 times 2 silver boosts, and 7 days of premium. And all that is going to go to the winner. And it's just sort of a big thank you, really. I just wanted to do a big bundle. All what you need to do to enter is put hashtag 1000 in the comment section and leave your gamer tag, and please tell me what console you're going to be on, because I need to know that information so I can do the winners. The winners I've decided I need to do it before the end of the month, so next Wednesday is going to be the sort of cut-off point, and then I'm going to do the draw on Thursday. But yeah, so again, thank you for your support, and we finally reached 1,000. I'm very happy. But yeah, that's enough of that. That's the information. So just read the description for all more information. And yeah, let's get on with the video. Okay, so on with the game. So we're on Pearl River, and this one is a top tier game. And yeah, we're on the CS-52 Lis, which is the tank which I think you get for this season for the free tank for the 100 reward. So well worth getting. And I actually really enjoy this tank. And I think the reason why, it's, in my opinion at least, it's a good tank, a very decent tank. But again, it's not a tank which is particularly overpowered. It was not like a top tier tank as I would say the Dragon is, let's say, if we compare the two, but it is still a really nice tank. It's got 320 alpha. The armour is, it's not brilliant, but every now and again you pick up a bounce is what I should say. Definitely don't rely on bouncing any shots, but you can bounce a shot against those lower tier tanks in your turret occasionally. But yeah, it's not armour which you should be relying on bouncing. What it does have is really decent accuracy, and on the APCR rounds I know, which I'm using, the shell velocity is fantastic. So if you can, it's like 1500. So if you combine that with a nice accuracy, it is really decent. Now we're on Pearl River, and I haven't played this map since they've redone it that much. So I'm still experimenting with different positions. In this occasion I've gone to the middle of the map, and you see it's paying off really nicely for me because the enemy haven't engaged me, and I've got this lovely sort of vision across the sort of whole of their ridges. You can see I'm spotting up these guys on the ridge, getting some assistance, and also picking up some nice damage as well. Got to be a little bit careful when I get lit, but I can just wait a little bit of time. Yeah, they're a little bit distracted, so I think I'm going to get this in. Lose my sixth sense, try and shoot behind the bushes to get my maximum camo value if I can. I was pushing forward to see if I can light them, and yeah, this tiger's come out. I do get lit when I take that shot. Could have moved back a little bit first, but yeah, I was impatient. It's the best way to describe that. We pushed out just enough so only the tiger could shoot us, and we could get shot by the TDs, was using that sort of building as a bit of cover. And this has worked out pretty well, isn't it? We picked up 3,300 assistance and 2,200 damage already, and the game's it's pretty even all the way through. But where no one's really contested me in this position, it's worked out really well. I think this spawn probably has the edge of getting to the position first anyway. Like I say, I haven't played this map that much yet, so I'm still experimenting in positions. And at this point, I'm just looking for shots, but in the meantime, sort of keeping an eye on the map. You know, I can see that there is some tanks sort of coming around the back of our base now. I'm not overly concerned because I know I can get to a position to shoot those if they do try and push the base, and I can kind of put them in a really awkward position, all from having the centre of the map. That's the beauty of being here, is that I can get shots in most positions, you know, and being in the centre of the map, you're at even distance to get to wherever you need to get to. You know, if you do see a flank is falling and you need to help out there, you need to react. And that's what I'm doing here. I kind of sense that our base is a little bit under threat now because they've sort of won the heavy flank. So I'm going to try and push around and see if I can get any, you know, catch these guys off guard. You know, if they push out in the open, I'm going to be able to get nasty shots onto them from behind. And that's my mission. But as I'm poked around, I do spot an AT7. I've still got my full hit points, so this is really nice because I know I can eat a couple of shots and not worry about it, just to make sure we can kill this guy as quickly as possible. But he gets shut down by our Slayer. There's now this Centurion who's also low in health, so I can easily just go toe to toe and trade up with this guy if I need to. But what I don't know, I was still a little bit unsure at this point if there's another TD with him. That's why I'm being a little bit careful, because if I have to pull back, I can pull back and then I can get help from my TDs and my spawn. But he's poked around, he's got the no turret, he's got the baby stock turret, so unfortunate for him, I'm going to have no trouble going straight through the turret, and we're going to take him out. And yeah, that's even this game up again to a 4 versus 4, so it's still pretty close all the way through, although it's kind of felt quite comfortable, even though it has been quite close. You know, things could still go, could turn, you know, for the worst. So we're going to pull back and we're going to see if we can take out this rover who's potentially going to go through our artillery. But here, all from this middle position, I've now got him in another awkward position, and this is where the great shell velocity of this tank actually does come into play, because you see I can easily sort of hit this rover on the move. It's not a particularly difficult light tank to hit, it's not like the Vanguard, for example, but we do manage to take him down in 2 shots, which is nice, and that's kind of taking out the enemy's mobility now. We've only got a Tiger and 2 sort of slow TDs, so at this point it's looking pretty good for us. Most of my TDs at the back are still defending our base, which is fine. I'm just going to push forward, see if I can spot anything up, work out where the enemies are. I'm guessing they're sort of pushing towards our TDs now. That's just my assumption. At least that's where I think the Tiger was, because that was the last. I think it's a Tiger P, so I'm guessing he's gone that way, because I would have seen him on the heavy flank. Had he gone the other way, you would have thought. So we're just poking up, see if we can spot anything up. Because I'm kind of our vision at the moment, to be honest with you, because our TDs aren't moving. So if I can push up, we do still have a friendly thumb police in the game, I might be able to get a bit more assistance, because that's quite a lot of assistance. I've got close to 4k assistance this game, so it'd be nice just to maximise that if we can. But ultimately I just want to get as much out of this game as we can now. We spot this Tiger P, he's just out of our detection range when we pop our food there, so I'm hoping it wasn't going to get lit, and we don't. And now, knowing that he hasn't spotted us, we're going to wait here, see if we can get another shot into the back way of retreating, which we do. And we're just going to see if we can finish him off, but I think he might just get behind the cover before we get a chance, which he does. So we're going to ignore that now and just go for the remaining tank, which I suspect is sort of still up closer towards their base, because it's a Nashon. He's not going to be able to push and engage. He's going to have to rely on his camo section. It's only a tier 6 tank. So I'm looking for this guy. You know, he has got spotted up. I've got loads of health, so this is not a problem anymore. He's coming in. We get a fortunate bounce and then finish off with a lovely little love tap there to bring an end to that game. So all we've got left is get to the results screen, and we can see how we got on. So we got 3 kills, 4,659 damage, 3,729 assistance, ace tanker, high caliber. So we had a really nice combined game there. So I hope you enjoyed that first one. We've got one more replay to come, but just before we get to that, I've got a little special treat. See you in a bit. Okay, so I hope you like that little clip there, courtesy of Big Rossi. I certainly did. So yeah, but anyway, on to the second replay, and we are on Proc, which we love, but we are bottom tier this game, so we're gonna have to do things a little bit differently. Well, we say that, but yeah, we're gonna have to be a little bit more careful because obviously we're tier 10s, there's lots of nasty TDs, E4s and stuff, and I actually go to a different position at the start, which I probably shouldn't have picked really, because this tank doesn't have it has okay camo. I think I've got it down to, I don't have camo net or anything on, but it's at like 300, so it's decent. Not the best, but it's alright. It's fairly good. And I decided we had a lot of tanks pushing the middle of the map, a lot of the heavy tanks pushing the middle of the map, which is where you want to be. Especially there's lots of super conquerors, it's refreshing to see that they are pushing there. So I thought I'd see if I could help them get some side shots in while they were spotting stuff up. But realistically, it probably wasn't the best of plays. I quickly changed my mind when I get lit up there. We do get one into the medium. I didn't really have enough camo to play that position. Not against tier 10s anyway. So I'm just going to change my plan, going to get out of there. Fortunately I don't get punished for it, we get unlit, so we're going to cross over, we're going to go back to the middle ridge, and we do actually get a nice shot in the move there, which is really good, and that's put us up to sort of 600 damage, so a fairly decent start to the game. We have lost the tank, but we do have some super conquerors and some good positions. They are poking up quite high there to try and take out this guy in the bowl, which is good for me because I don't want that tank there, but unfortunately they've got tracked and they are taking some serious punishment for it. But that CS-52, which is obviously a dangerous tank, does get taken out in the process. We light up 2 E4s, we're pouring right back, we don't want to get shot by that E4. We have lost a super conqueror. I'm kind of selfishly thinking that the artillery probably isn't going to shoot me at the moment because the super conqueror is going to be the easiest shot, you would have thought, but you never know. But by that super conqueror being there, he is lighting all these stuff up down the 1-2, and that's working out really good. So I'm trying to do my best to give him the assistance to reward his play, and also just take out those dangerous tanks where I've got the opportunity to. We don't really want this TVP to get away. We do finish him off. But it is a little bit awkward now because I'm going to struggle to pen this that object 27 to my left. With the APCR, unless he presents me a shot, it's going to be difficult. And those E4s, again, that's going to be difficult. I'm never penning their cupola, so it's a bit of an awkward situation. We sort of spotted that there is this Emil pushing around the side. We're waiting to see if he turns his turret, which he does, which allows me to get a nice shot in there. I wouldn't have penned him frontally, but he presented this side shot, and eventually with this decent velocity of this tank, I got that shot in. We're going to adjust now because I just can't quite get the shots on the 1-2 line, so I'm going to have to try and think of something else I can do. And I'm going to try and push round and see if I can get any shots. Well, my initial plan was just to see if I can get any shots on the stuff pushing the hill. You saw there was a tank up there, but I don't know if he's already been shut down, but he's not getting spotted at this moment. So I'm just going to see, yeah, he might have already been killed, I might have missed it, or he might have retreated. But I'm going to push and see if I can light it, and just because I didn't feel like I could do much more down the 1-2, so I was trying to, yeah, just see what we could do. We do spot the tank which was on the hill. He has retreated. This Progetto 66 is kind of in our way a little bit there. But what I want to do is, because I can see my team pushing down this road, I know I'm a little bit safer to push down here. My plan was, if I can win this side of the map, I can then attack the 1-2 line from a different angle and put them in an awkward situation. I'm trying to use these buildings just because I don't know if there's any TDs. Just in case there's any TDs sitting in a train track, I was trying to stay as hidden for as long as possible. But it looks like there isn't. And we're going to push up. We're going to push up high to the tracks just to give us an opportunity to spot anything which might have been sort of hiding underneath. And we wanted to sort of push this position now, so we can see where we're gaining control of the map and force them into one corner. I take a risky jump across here, but that's what I do. I do it quickly. They do miss their shots, which is brilliant. And now we're in the position we want to be. And this TVP, because we spotted him in this position, we made this play, he can get shot by any of our teams on the ridge now. So in theory, he should be a sitting duck here, really. So all I want to do is just keep this guy lit up until he gets destroyed, because once he's dead, or he or she is dead, once the TVP is dead, I'll be able to have more freedom, because at the moment the TVP is proxy spotting me. So this tank needs to die, but I've got to be careful because I'm fully aware there is TDs hard aim in this position, so I don't want to overpeak while I'm lit. And I'm not going to last long if I get hit by a couple of E4s, let's face it. But we can kill this TVP, and then what we can do, because you can see just above us is that little dip in the ridge. So if we can get unlit, we can actually get over into that little dip, and then we're safe from the E4s, and that gives us that little bit closer towards getting to a position to get them lit up and keep them stuck in a position. This TVP is running, so I'm going to wait until I get unlit, jump over to get protected from the E4s, and then take out this TVP. That's the plan, and we do get a shot in, and we're quickly behind this ridge. The E4s don't have shots at us anymore, so we're safe from them. Now the only threat to us at this specific moment is this leopard and the Thumperlings. So we're going to try and take out this leopard at first. He gets one shot into us, he's now two shot to us, we get one into him there, and we just want to finish him off before he gets away from us, really. We don't want to take any more punishment off of this person if we don't have to, and we do take him out, which is great, because now we've got this little bit of cover. It's going to allow us, there's only 3 tanks left, but they are in an awkward position, so what I want to do, I need to get as close as possible to them so that I can just try and keep them lit up, because we have the power of the sky. We have the fun police, they don't at the moment. They're in, it's 2 E4s and a 60 TP. If we can keep them stuck in that position, we can farm that assistance. We've had quite, you've had a reasonable bit of assistance, and they're quite healthy. But we can't be too reckless here, because it's a 6 versus 3, but you could throw this game. Like, I'm only in a tier 8 tank. If you start getting too reckless here, we could throw this game, because they can easily two-shot us here. So I'm just trying to keep them lit, use the power of our fun police, and we'll take them out. If we had our sort of tank down the F line, up in the F1 bush, he would be able to fully farm these guys. But I'm not sure he quite has the shots where he is, so that's a bit of a shame. If we had taken a bit of camo in at F1, this game would be easy at this point. But unfortunately, he's gone down to sort of a 5 versus 3, and our TVP's just thrown his tank as well. And now it's a lot more cagey situation, because it's a 4 versus 3. We have the artillery, so to win this game at this moment, they're stuck. So I don't need to do anything stupid. What I need to do is entice them to come over as much as I can. I'm poking up just as much to think that they were going to be able to shoot me, and then pull back down, just to try and keep them lit as long as I possibly can, because the longer they're lit, and if they stay lit and they stay there, they'll die, because the artillery will kill them. It's just a matter of time, unless he runs out of ammo. So that's my plan. But what if I have to push to this next ridge in front of me to light them, which I may have to do? It's going to be then risky, because then they can overpoke and shoot me. So I don't want to push to this position straight away, because at the moment my Centurion's not in a position to cover me and get the punishment shots if they do overextend. So what I'm going to try and do is wait until I feel he's in a position that he may be able to get shots. I can take one shot, and then I'm going to push over and keep them lit, because at the moment they're not getting lit, they're staying low down. They are trapped, because if they push down to 1-2 too far, they're going to get lit by the M103. Now that the Centurion's in a position to cover me, I'm going to try and spot them for our fun police, and just hope that he takes out one of the E4s or something, just to get a gun out of the game, and then just makes it, well, the more guns out of the game, the easier it's going to be. But this 60 TP, you see, he just full overextends. Well, it doesn't even overextend that much, because he's got good gun depression, and he just slaps me and puts me in a one shot. So I cannot stay there anymore. I will die. If I stay where I was, I 100% would be killed. So I've got more, so I recognise that, I've moved back, and now we're going to have to play the risky game. But the artillery does shut down one of the E4s. I've just got to stay more patient now. Really, I need the Centurion to do what I did now, because he can take a shot off this 60 TP or the E4 at the moment. So if he pulls forward, lights him, and artillery gets a nice shot into him, and we just play it like that. The 60 TP does overextend, and we do punish him for trying to get a shot into our Centurion there. And he's lit, so there's a good chance the artillery may hit him, which is what we want to do. We want to put them all as low as we possibly can. I think the other E4 is potentially a one-shot as well, which, yes, he is. So, you know, we just have to be really patient. This is a game where if you do stupid things, you could have, you know, if I just went straight in at the start, you know, thinking, oh, we're 3 tanks up, we probably would have lost this game. So that's why you do have to be a little bit careful and be patient in this scenario. The artillery takes out the E4. Now this is brilliant because now we've just attempted 60 TP, so we should have this in theory, but I don't really want to throw my tank away at this stage if I don't have to. So I'm just going to be a little bit patient, wait for my Centurion to get closer, and then I can move in. But now I've just seen it get slapped by the artillery. That means I've got gauged by the amount of assistance I just got there, but he's probably on a one-shot now. So I can move over, because if I get the first shot in, then he's obviously not going to be able to hit me back, so I'm going to kill him. So that's the plan. I'm going to wait over, see if we can catch him. We've got a nice shot into him, and we finish him off. And yeah, that brings us an end to the video. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Let's just get to the results and we can see how we did. Got sort of 2,100 base XP because it was a tier 10 game. 3,300 damage, 4,646 assistance. We got the medal for killing 3 tank destroyers 2 tiers higher, so that's always quite nice. And the ace tanker. But yeah, as always, just to summarise, this tank, I like it. It's not overpowered, but it's pretty reasonable and definitely worth getting for free. Thank you so much for supporting me. I am so pleased that I've just got over to 1,000 subs. Your support is amazing, and if you want to enter that giveaway, all you need to do is do #1000 in the comment section and leave your gamer tag and which console you're on. I will pick the results announce a winner on Thursday, and they'll get all the lovely tanks which will be written in the description. So, as always, happy tanking.
Enemy in sight! Hadouken!